this actually really gives me hope now that, because when you and I started, when we thought about this channel, we knew that both of us combined, had really heard a lot of songs, a
Yeah,
lot of stuff that, great reactors out there right now on YouTube are listening to for the first time. And that actually is beautiful, really, and really fun and exciting to
yeah,
watch those folks experience songs that we love, for the first time.
yeah,
But like when we did this, like, we talk about this channel, like what can we bring, what can we deliver, um when it comes to, like, we don't want to really react to songs that we know. So I mean, so yeah, and so when we thought about bands like Led Zeppelin, like, well, let's give our audience Led Zeppelin. Well, which Led
yeah,
Zeppelin
what, yeah,
songs
what, right, right.
don't I know, don't you know? And so I'll tell you, man, right off the bat, you're batting 1,000. Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Into the Music. I'm Greg, and my buddy Chris is over there.
Hey,
Hey, Chris.
y'all.
So Chris, what do you got for me? I hear you got something for me today.
Okay, here's another band that we haven't reacted to yet and done a review on. You might have heard of them. They're called Led Zeppelin. Um,
Wait a minute, Led Zeppelin. Oh
yes,
yeah, wow!
not
You're
a
gonna throw me
very,
a dude. You better bring it. You got to give me a song that I don't know. I'm not
yeah,
saying
this
I'm the
was,
biggest Led Zeppelin. Oh my god, but I do know a lot of stuff. And one more thing, my
yeah,
son Ryan is a freaking like nutso fan. So any songs that I really didn't know up until the last couple of years, he's filled
yeah.
me in. So
Okay,
you
so
got to really bring it.
all right, I'm taking a big chance here.
Yeah,
Okay, you
yeah.
may have heard this. I don't know. Um, but the name of the song is Down by the Seaside.
Well, you know me when it comes to
It
songs.
doesn't, yeah.
It doesn't necessarily mean anything when I say I never heard the song.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
I'm not
minute
giving you a hint at anything.
second 10 in the reaction, I'm telling everyone, "Oh my god, I know the song." But it just does not.
Not
No,
ring a
it
bell?
doesn't.
Okay.
No, it doesn't. All
Okay.
right.
So hopefully you haven't heard it. I think even if you did hear it, it's one of their more obscure songs.
Yeah.
They got so
Okay.
many good songs, so relatively speaking, it's obscure.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the conversation. I'm really hoping I
Okay,
don't know the
cool.
song. And here I go.
All right.
Down by the seaside, see the boats go sailing. Can the people hear? Oh, what the little fish are saying?
Already just a real nice chill vibe. Uh, I hear the keyboards. Just really pretty so far. Very nice.
People turn away. People turn away.
It's nice.
Down in the city streets, see all the folk go racing, racing. No time left, no, no. That's the time for playing.
And the guitar, Paige is doing like this little country western type of guitar sound that you would hear on those kind of songs. It's really interesting. Again, it's a real slow tempo for Led Zeppelin. That is, cool vibe. I wonder if it's going to get crazy, um, or at least there's going to be a couple of transitions, twists and turns along the way. Let's see. I love that. Love that left playing. That is gorgeous. That is really gorgeous. Oh, here we go. Both of you, good job on that.
Sometimes it's awful hard to tell. Uh-huh,
Time to chill.
out in the country, hear the people singing, singing about the growing, knowing where they're going. Yeah,
I know Page has done zillions of things. I mean, in the most well-known, famous Led Zeppelin songs, we know all these riffs, famous riffs of his, and solos and all. But that particular guitar part, that has to be one of the most prettiest guitar parts that I've actually heard from Jimmy Page. I'm not saying the prettiest or best. I'm just saying that it just stands out as just something that's just gorgeous, and it's beautiful in tandem with Plant doing that, that ooh, that vocalizing. It's really nice. Let me just pull it back a little bit, and then I will try to ride it out. Nice piano, keyboard.
sing loud for the sunshine, pray hard for the rain, and show your love for nature. She will come back again.
That is an instant add-on to my playlist. That's beautiful. And here I
So,
come back, and oh my God, instant classic,
oh, okay, wait,
instant.
wait, before, before we get into it, have you heard this before?
No, no, no. I would have told you.
Really?
I would
Okay.
have done my.
Okay.
I knew it. Yeah.
Yeah, I was waiting for that. I'm bracing myself when
I
we come
guess.
back and
I
do this
guess I should
review.
have just
You
taken
know,
care of that right away, right off the beat. Right. Right.
I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, thank God he hadn't
Yeah.
heard.
Yeah. Settled that right away.
Yeah.
Absolutely have not. Um, and for a Led Zeppelin song that I have not yet heard, and it's probably because Led Zeppelin got into a kind of a different sound as they got into the mid 70s.
Yep.
That I don't know, it was starting to lose me a bit. And
Uh-huh.
so I was thinking this was like from that. And I just may not like it, but if I didn't really truly did not hear it. That said, I truly never heard this, and I truly fell in love with it, like, almost seconds, minutes in. Well, seconds in, it grabbed me. What grabbed me like right away, it was just such an interesting sort of, there was a chill, there was a vibe to it,
And
there
the
was
way it
this
started
whole,
out, yeah.
the way they started out, you heard like almost a twangy, like the guitar from Page. I was trying to figure out, like,
Yeah, they even used some tremolo in the guitar in the
it
beginning,
didn't really hit me until like minute two, I think, that this is actually could be considered a country song. That this might be their sort of tribute, or like, uh, to country. You and I just really
Country?
quickly.
Hmm.
Well, there was country. There was that guitar sound that Page was doing, and then even Page, he was singing at one point like with a kind of a
Good plan.
country twangy sound and stuff like that. And it reminded me of that Roxy Music song that you and I reacted to just not that
Oh,
long
with all those
ago.
changes, yeah.
And yeah, and it makes me think that maybe back at that time, Nashville country, Western country music was really huge at that time with
Yeah.
George Jones and Hee Haw and
I
all
don't
that
get the
stuff and
country
Buck
part of
Owens.
this song though.
Yeah, I
I
definitely
don't
got
even
it.
hear the
I definitely, in fact, I didn't even want to say it until like at some point it kept on, I kept hearing it. And then finally I'm like, I got to say it, like it just sounded very countryish. I'm not saying the whole entire song, but there were parts of it that like they can't, especially,
Now that I'm kind of playing it in my head. I'm sorry
yeah,
to cut you off, but I am
yeah.
here. I'm thinking, yeah, there are some kind of like there's little guitar fills here and there.
They would tease him with it here and there as the song was
Yeah,
moving on, but
yeah,
then
yeah.
towards the end, it kind of like they're like, yeah, we're gonna go country, I mean, not like, but it was, but it was just wonderful. It was cool. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful song. When Paige was doing that, at one point I stopped and I said, after like hearing it like three or four times, I said, I know Paige has done amazing stuff, amazing guitar work on so many of the songs that all of us know, all of us rock fans, Led Zeppelin fans, we all know, we've heard. But what he was doing there with that guitar, that, again, that little twangy or
Yeah.
country, whatever, that was beautiful, especially when Plant was doing his vocalizing, and then went ooh, and together it was just
Mhm.
gorgeous. It was innovative, it was different, it
Yeah.
was just gorgeous.
And what did you
And
think of the surprise when it went into we could still do the twist if you wait, if you think you remember it that well, that part?
I guess so that's a lyric that
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
that didn't jump out at me. No. In
Okay.
fact, really none of the lyrics. I really didn't know what the song was
No, I
about.
mean how the music changed at that time. I'm just trying to designate the
Oh,
change period. I'm trying to think of,
okay.
but there were, at least three different parts to the song,
Oh yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that really got me when because I only heard this, well, I guess over 10 years ago, but I had no idea this was even on Physical Graffiti. I recognized the title, but
Right.
I didn't know every song on Physical Graffiti. And that's what album this is on, Physical Graffiti, which came
Right.
out in 75.
Well, that was between the reaction and just before we got on camera. I just was like, what album? And so, but yeah, 1975. And that was interesting because, again, I was thinking, well, if I don't know the song, it's probably like, in one of their later albums, their sixth album, and which is really true.
Mhm.
But what I was fooled on is that, this song is really good and I really like it a lot. That part, the transitions, absolutely. It's like, you said it in certain reactions where like you have to hear it again. I
Yeah.
I really there was so much going on with this song that I definitely need to listen to it again. But it just goes right on my playlist. Like it's not even like, well, I can listen to it, after mowing the lawn or, after like, doing yoga or doing something, like it's going to be on my playlist. I'll listen to the song, whenever. It could just, circle around and just and play. It's gorgeous, and I can't wait to actually talk to my son about this. After I did the reaction, he wasn't around. I'm like,
Mhm.
it's like, does
Do
he
you
like
think
this song? Does he
you
know
think
this
he
song?
knows?
Does he?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
I'm
wonder if he
sure he
knows.
knows it. Yeah, yeah. I'm sure. I'm
Oh,
sure.
he's
I'm sure
that
he
big a
does.
fan. Okay.
Oh yeah, he loves.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean every birthday and Christmas, we actually did a Led Zeppelin themed birthday, for him. So
Really
yeah, with like,
interesting.
yeah, like,
That's cool.
yeah.
Wow.
But yeah. So this was just fantastic, and
Great. This is good. I'm so glad you hadn't heard it because it's
yeah.
definitely when I for myself discovered it, I was like, wow, how did I miss this all these years? Well, it was one of those, which I'm always glad to stumble upon. That's
Now I could definitely see where, like, in my time of dying, which is another song on the same album, how that definitely, took center focus and all like that. Um, I really could have listened to this a lot more or just heard it instead of the freaking Cashmere. If I hear Cashmere one more time, um,
I used to really dislike Kashmir, and then just a few years ago, I listened to it again, and it totally took me it totally affected me a different way.
wow,
And so
that's
I
interesting.
hadn't been hurt. It's not like I've been listening to that religiously for how many decades now, Um,
Folks, if you would have met me back in like 1976, 77, when they were playing, it was on every radio station and stuff. I thought, oh my God, this is amazing. And I was a teenager
Kashmir,
at
you're
that
saying.
time. Cashmere, you know, and then I, and then the radio stations kept playing it and kept playing it and kept playing it and kept playing it. And you know, it's like one of the five Led Zeppelin songs that you hear just
Mhm.
on circle sort of play,
Yeah.
every time,
Yeah, I never
and it's
liked
just
it
like,
back then, and then
okay,
I like it
enough.
now.
Enough.
So,
Yeah. Well, you know what? It's funny because my son's actually a couple of years back when one of them, he was just going crazy with the band, and the other one liked it too, and they just that's all I heard. That's all I heard. And
that drove you nuts all over again.
it just well, I hadn't heard it for a long time. I'm like, oh yeah, I got a new appreciation, and they played it like 25 more times. I said, all right, I'm done. It's like I felt like I was back in the
But
70s
I've
again, and like
appreciated it again.
no
Back
more,
in, yeah,
no mas, done.
yeah,
But yeah, really, really great choice. And um, this actually really gives me hope now that, because when you and I started, when we thought about this channel, we knew that both of us combined, had really heard a lot of songs, a
yeah,
lot of stuff that, great reactors out there right now on YouTube are listening to for the first time. And that actually is beautiful, really, and really fun and exciting to
yeah,
watch those folks experience songs that we love, for the first time.
yeah.
But like when we did this, like, talk about this channel, like what can we bring, what can we deliver, when it comes to like, we don't want to really react to songs that we know. So I mean, so yeah, and so when we thought about bands like Led Zeppelin, like, well, let's give our audience Led Zeppelin. Well, what's Led Zeppelin
What? Yeah,
songs
what?
don't,
Right, right.
don't I know, don't you know? And so I'll tell you, man, right off the bat, you're batting 1000. This is great.
We could still. I'm sure we could both do some digging into further into Led
Yeah,
Zeppelin. There's one I have in mind. Hopefully you didn't hear it, and I've only become familiar with it recently. So
excellent.
I'll keep searching around.
Yeah. Well, I just got you with a U2 song that you didn't know. So there you go. So there is
Right,
hope.
right,
So this
right.
is hope.
There's so much stuff out there.
Yeah, in music land.
Mm.
Uh, so and out there in music audience land, thank you so much for
Net
so
world.
corny. It sounded good in my head until it came out.
Right.
But we really appreciate you watching another episode of Into the
Yeah,
Music.
we hope you're liking Led Zeppelin, and we'll hope to bring you more of it. We're
Yeah.
going to dig very deeply to satisfy you all. And
And if
Led
you
Zeppelin's a
like
great band. Definitely pursue them.
and if you liked it, please hit the like button, subscribe, be part of our Into the Music family as we continue to grow. Okay.